Hello, welcome again to today's video. Do you think that bad breath is just because you forgot to brush your teeth, or because maybe your toothpaste is not the right one? Well, that is what most people actually think. But let me shock you. Most chronic bad breath doesn't start in your mouth. It starts right in your stomach, while your whole gut system. You know, we have been told for many years, oh, brush your teeth, brush more, floss harder, brush 5 times a day, your mouthwash is not good, combine mouthwash. And yet, some people brush twice a day, use mouthwash of every type, change their toothpaste every month, and still suffer bad breath. Does that sound familiar? That is because the real problem is not your toothbrush. You want to know the real problem? The real problem is your digestion. I once met a man. He was a patient. He told me that he brushed 5 times a day. He chewed gum every hour. Can you imagine that? He brushes 5 times a day, chews chewing gum every hour. But you see, when he spoke, the smell was still heavy. And that was his concern. He has done everything he needed to do to no avail. We checked his teeth. His teeth was perfectly fine. No cavity, nothing wrong with his teeth. I know what the issue was: his stomach. Now let's talk a little about the science behind it. Here is what is happening. Over 80% of cases actually come from digestive imbalance. When your gut bacteria get out of balance, they release toxic gases. One of such gases they release is hydrogen sulfide. Do you know the smell of hydrogen sulfide? The way rotten egg smells. That is how hydrogen sulfide smells. So when this gas accumulates in your system, you know the way smoke rise up, right? They are going to rise from your stomach through your throat, out through your mouth. Then when you speak, you always experience bad breath. Now, why is it that toothpaste have failed? Toothpaste only masks it. It does not remove it. It will only coat the smell a little bit, but it still does not solve it. What about mouthwash? Mouthwash is even worse, especially those alcohol-based mouthwash. They are useless. Because why? They destroy both the good bacteria and the bad bacteria in your mouth. It's like throwing fire in a forest and wiping everything that is good. Everything, both the good and the bad, all out of your mouth. There are certain bacteria in your mouth that are very useful. We call them the good guys, the good bacteria. They help to protect you against issues. They are the ones protecting you. So your mouth and even your entire system may end up out of control, may end up being weaker, because some of the good guys have been eliminated by way of constant use of those mouthwash that doesn't make sense. All right? So by the time you make your entire system weak, from your intestine through your throat to your mouth, it's going to make your entire system be more of bad bacteria. More bacteria are going to grow more, because the good bacteria that is supposed to put them in check, like the policemen trying to put them in check, they are all gone. So the bad bacteria will multiply so fast that bad breath will end up being the answer. So each time you use toothpaste, trying to clean your mouth, trying to remove bad odor, it's like just trying to spray perfume, on a trash can. You have to go down to the root causes to know why you are having that bad breath, know why it is your stomach area, know why this is the reason, not just changing toothpaste here and there. Check your teeth, check your gums, make sure there's no issue with your gum, your teeth, no bleeding gums. If they are not, then focus more on what is happening in your system. Now, one of the common root causes that can actually cause some of this issue, let us break it down a little bit. Number one of them is low stomach acid. The food you ate does not digest. If you're having low stomach acid, what will happen is that the food you are eating will not have enough acid to digest it. So rather than digesting, your food will be fermenting, okay? And when food ferments, what do you experience? Gases that doesn't make sense. Gases that cause smell. So another root cause is gut dysbiosis, meaning your entire gut system is out of balance. because of maybe the kind of food you eat, or because bad bacteria have actually overwhelmed all the good ones in your stomach. So when bad bacteria overwhelms the good, your system will be in chaos. Another point that can cause smell is constipation. When you allow when food stays too long in your body, what do you expect? Toxins will begin to build up. It's like when you leave a spoiled food, an already bad food, in your kitchen, what happens? Toxins will begin to go on it. So also, when your food stays so long in your body without you passing it out, toxins is going to build up, and those toxins will not help you. It's going to destabilize that intestine. Is going to accumulate gases that will come out without being bad. All right, so they build up silently and it causes issue. Another issue is acid reflux. Many times they can creep up quickly because of constipation, because of indigestion, and often we end up giving you bad breath. Now think about it like this. The reason why all these things are important and not just your toothpaste is, if for example the trash bin, the trash can in your kitchen where you put all this stuff, right, that you plan to throw away, if it start getting smelly, you don't get a perfume and spray on the trash can, right? The right thing you do is to empty out. So you have to make sure you don't have constipation. You are using the toilet at least every day. At least get something out, right? I know some of you will stay like 5 days, 7 days without using the restroom. You may say, oh, that is natural. But do your best to go to toilet, to use the restroom at least every day, to empty your bowl, because if you don't, the toxins will accumulate, constipation will come in, your food will begin to ferment rather than getting out of your system because of low acidity, because the entire system microbiome is almost in this area. All right, so just as this trash bin, so is your body. So try making sure you don't mask your stomach with chocolate, with toothpaste or toothbrush. Do your best to evacuate what you have. So toothpaste and mouthwash and peppermint might not be the answer. All right, so if you do not have gum issue, mouth ulcer, cavity, toothpaste, mouthwash may not be the solution if you continue to experience persistent mouth odor. Now, a caveat. If, for example, you didn't brush for a number of days and your mouth is smelling, that is normal. But if you continue to see that you are always experiencing a smelly mouth, despite how many times you brush, how many times you use mouthwashes, it could be your digestive system. It could be a sign that your stomach is talking to you. It could be a sign that you're not eating right. It could be a sign that your system is not properly balanced. Maybe you are not sleeping well, you are not eating the right food. Maybe that is a time to actually think deep, because that could be a sign of more bigger things to come. So what do we do? Well, I would say that, so what can you do? Well, I will recommend one, chew food slower, okay? Digestion starts from your mouth, not in your stomach. So chew is slower and well grinded, okay? I see some of you just swallow everything all at once, you know? Like you are swallowing a bar 15 times per second. No, where are you rushing to? Take your time. If it's something that is chewable, chew it very, very well. Also focus on fiber. I know some of you don't like beans. Focus beans, okra, spinach, broccoli, oats, apples. Those kind of food have enough fiber to help your system to function better. Again, you also need to stay hydrated. Dryness worsens bad mouth. Dryness worsens bad mouth. I can't say that enough. So take enough water. Make sure that you don't have constipation. Enough water will aid your digestion, prevent fermentation. And finally, you can also help yourself with some food that are like probiotics, right? Like yogurt, sucralose, even pap. Pap can also be useful. Then if you are the type that likes natural power can also help as a probiotic to help keep your entire system in order. So what are the foods you need to avoid? One, avoid oily food. You know, too much of oil may not be good. Stew all the time. Suya. You mean those suya that has a lot of condiments in them. Peanut butter, all those stuff. So much oil. Avoid it. I would not want to talk about pizza. do your best to reduce it. I will not want to talk about all those fried meat here and there. Do your best to reduce them. Because why? They all worsen bad breath. They all cause reflux in the system. And if after doing all this for some weeks and the problem persists, now the question is, if after doing all this for some weeks, the problem persists, what do? I will suggest you go to the lab and test for H. pylori. You know, H. pylori is a bacteria which live in the stomach lining. It could cause cancer, it could cause ulcer, it could cause bad breath, it could cause bloating, it could cause all manner of internal discomfort, and also what causes bad breath. So H. pylori actually is a bacteria that is living in your stomach lining, That is how where they specialize to live. That is how. So many people may never know that. So it is better you go forth and do a test. Make sure that it's not H. pylori that is destroying, that is causing all the havoc that you are experiencing. So in conclusion, drink enough water, make sure you don't have constipation, do your best to make sure food is not fermenting in your stomach, but actually digesting by training well, by drinking enough water, by resting well, by eating properly, eating the right food, enough vegetables, enough fruits, And finally, if you have done all this, I believe you get well. Now, as a bonus, there are actually a certain list of food that if you take consistently for 6 months or 1 year, it will eliminate anything that is called bad odor. If you want that information, type in the comment section, gut bacteria in the comment section, and I will produce that video for you. Thank you and do have a great day.